Alright, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Brad Genius, back at it again with another video. Out here with my homie Scott and his girlfriend Renee. And today we're going to be talking about downshifting on a motorcycle. Yeah, start it off right, boys! Yeah! Oh my gosh.
Hi Mom, sorry not sorry!
Yeah, we're getting real muddy.
But on camera when I die?
Of course. So guys, downshifting, if you haven't done it before, throws a lot of people off. As you'll see here, it's really not complicated at all. We're gonna take a turn, I guess, get some gas. Alright guys, so the one thing with downshifting that I really want you to be aware of is that it's not as hard as you think it is. The biggest thing, guys, if you guys know how to upshift, you know how to downshift. You're literally doing the same thing, just in reverse. So if you're confused by downshifting, don't be, because it's much more simple than what you're making it out to be if you're looking up this video. So when you're upshifting, you know, it's the same thing. You're on the gas, you're in first gear, you pull in the clutch, you shift up, and then you put on the gas. It's the exact same thing when you're downshifting. I'm coming up to a stop here, I'm in second, clutch in, downshift into first. I mean, I'm gonna stop, so I'm not gonna let the clutch out yet. It's a bad example, but so we're upshifting in a second, right? Alright, let's say I'm going a little too fast now, right? I go up into third, I'm like, alright, I'm slowing down. Downshift in a second, clutch in, gas, let out the clutch. It's literally the exact same thing. So you practice it in the same way that you're gonna practice upshifting. And do it at the same time, because your brain kind of takes in the most information in the beginning of learning something. So slowing down, that's a little example right there. I mean, I'm so used to it at this point, it's second nature. I kind of just do it fast. So I'll keep doing it for you guys just to let you see and give you a little view. So I'm in second. I should be in second at this speed. A little too low RPMs for the bike, right? Let's say, all right, coming around, we'll slow down a little bit. Let off the throttle, clutch in, push down on the gear shifter, and then let the clutch back out, and now you're down. What you also want to do is what's called rev matching. I'm sure that's confusing for a lot of people. It's really not that confusing. Let me simplify it for you, all right? So when you're rev matching, right, think of it as when you upshift. When you upshift, you're trying to match the power or what gear you're in to the, like right now you can tell I'm a little bit in the higher RPM, so I should be upshifting. It's the same thing when you're downshifting. You know, you want the RPMs to be equivalent to the gear that you're in. So right now I'm at the nice sweet spot, right? But let's say I want to slow down after we get out of this turn, right? Now I'm down to 4,000, it's too low. So you want to go down, and then you want to rev up to where the RPMs are supposed to be in that gear. So normally this bike likes to be in between like 4,500 and 6 grand. So I'm going to downshift, rev up a little bit as I'm letting out the clutch. It's just a little blip of the throttle right before you let the clutch out all the way. Instead of when you're, you know, upshifting, you kind of let the clutch out and give it gas at the same time. All you're doing when you're rev matching, when you downshift, is you just give gas just a little bit before you fully let out the clutch. So I'll give you another example here. Third gear, we're going up a hill. I'm gonna pull in the clutch, downshift into the lower gear on my gear shifter down there, let out the clutch and give it gas at the same time. All right, I'm in third, definitely in way too high of a gear for what I'm doing right now. Clutch in, this is gonna be a quick motion. So that's why you want to do it at slower speeds, because you could do it really slow and get a feel for it. It's my brother. So I'm in too high of a gear, clutch, downshift on the gear shifter, let out the clutch, flip the throttle right before, nice and slowly. So I'm going to slow down a lot just to really give you guys a better sense of how you can practice it. It's hard on this bike because this bike is a 1000, so I don't shift into second gear into like 40 miles an hour. So like I said, now I'm under 4,000, right? The bike probably wants to be in first gear at this point. The way you can do this at slower speeds, if you're at like, let's say 15 miles an hour instead of 30, pull in the clutch, let off the gas in general, then you could push down into first gear, and then same thing, flip the throttle just a little bit and give the gas. And that's how you downshift. Now you just downshifted, and then just keep practicing that. As you're learning to upshift, as you're accelerating, do the same thing when you downshift. Once you get used to upshifting, of course. Because once you get used to it, then you can focus more on the downshifting. You gotta learn one thing at a time, but the sooner you get a feel for, you know, downshifting, the easier it's gonna be for you down the road. So you could try and learn everything at the same time. You don't have to go crazy with it. You know, you could do it maybe once every couple times. As you're upshifting, you could learn to downshift, but you want, like I said, you want to do it sooner than later. So, like I said, guys, it's really a lot easier than you think it is. If you know how to upshift, you know how to downshift. If you guys like this video, let me know by hitting the like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, you guys have a great day. Peace.